Don't ignore the stare. Learn what your cat needs. Have you ever been on the receiving end of an intense feline stare? What exactly is going on behind those captivating eyes? A cat stare can be both mesmerizing and a little unnerving. It's more than just looking. It's a form of communication rooted in instinct and observation. Let's unravel the reasons behind those powerful gazes and understand what your cat might be trying to tell you. 1. POV of a cat. When we shift our perspective to that of a cat, we unlock a captivating world defined by acute senses and primal instincts. Picture this: a feline with eyes designed for low-light conditions, enabling them to see in the dimmest of environments, all thanks to the tapetum lucidum, a layer behind their retina that enhances their vision in twilight. This adaptation makes their gaze not merely curious, but a tool for survival in the wild. As they sit perched by a window, transfixed by the movement of a bird or the flutter of leaves, they're engaging in an age-old instinct, assessing potential prey with laser-focused attention. Every flick of a tail or twitch of a shadow draws their keen eyes, compelling them to analyze distance, speed, and available escape routes. Even when they're observing you, their human companion, that intense gaze serves a dual purpose. It expresses affection, but also assesses safety. If they hold eye contact and slowly blink, it's akin to giving you a warm embrace, signaling trust and comfort in your shared space. Yet this same gaze can transition to cautious observation when introduced to new faces or sounds, reinforcing their role as vigilant guardians of their territory. Their stares encapsulate a rich tapestry of emotions and instincts, bridging the gap between affection and alertness, curiosity and caution, reminding us that there is a whole universe unfolding through their attentive eyes, waiting for us to understand and appreciate the intricacies of their feline world. 2. Cats and communication. Cats are fascinating communicators, and their eyes are among their most powerful tools for expression. Unlike dogs, who often wag their tails and bark, cats rely heavily on subtle body language and visual cues to convey their feelings and intentions. When a cat locks eyes with you, it can hold a variety of meanings, depending on the context. For instance, if your cat stares at you with a relaxed body posture, perhaps lounging on a sunny spot, it's likely a sign of affection and trust. This engaged gaze might even be accompanied by slow blinking, which is akin to a cat's way of blowing you a kiss. They may choose to close their eyes slowly while maintaining eye contact to signal that they feel safe around you. In contrast, a cat's intense stare, especially if paired with a tense body posture or flattened ears, can indicate that they feel threatened or uncomfortable. This is their way of sizing up an unfamiliar situation or person. When they maintain eye contact with their owner longer than usual, it can signal that they're seeking interaction or attention, perhaps a call for a play session or some love and petting. Interestingly, cats also communicate their affection through the way they direct their gaze at other feline companions. A long blink exchanged between cats can signify friendship and a safe bond. Ultimately, understanding the nuances of a cat's gaze and its messages allows us to forge deeper connections with them, enriching the human-feline bond and enhancing our ability to respond to their emotional needs. 3. Stare of intense focus. A cat's ability to stare with intense focus is a remarkable aspect of their hunting instincts, showcasing their evolutionary design as apex predators. This behavior is not just playful curiosity. It's a finely tuned survival mechanism. When a cat fixates on a moving object, be it a toy, a bug, or a laser pointer light, their entire demeanor shifts to embody the quintessential hunter. Their pupils often dilate, allowing more light to enter and sharpening their focus on the target. During this hunter mode, their body goes rigid, muscles coiling in anticipation, preparing to pounce at a moment's notice. This laser-like concentration allows them to gauge distances, study patterns of movement, and calculate the right moment to strike, reflecting instincts ingrained from their wild ancestors. Even domestic cats, who may never hunt for food, retain this inherent focus during playtime, engaging in repetitive, calculated movements that mirror hunting behaviors. It's a beautiful interplay of nature and instinct as they leap and swat, their piercing gaze locked onto the prey. Yet this stare also hints at their mental engagement and problem-solving skills. For instance, when they confront interactive toys or challenging puzzles, their intense gaze signifies not only attention, but also determination as they work to understand and overcome obstacles. This fierce focus invites us into their world of instinctual intelligence, reminding us that our playful companions are, at their core, still governed by the ancient traits of their wild ancestry, ever ready to chase and capture whatever piques their interest. 4. Cats in the wild. Observing the behavior of cats in the wild provides invaluable insights into the intrinsic instincts that shape our domestic felines. Wild cats, whether they're sleek cheetahs racing across the Serengeti or stealthy leopards prowling through dense jungles, exhibit a range of behaviors that highlight the critical role of intense staring in their survival. Their ability to fixate on potential prey, like a gazelle or a small rodent, demonstrates not just focus, but also strategic planning. Each stare is a calculated assessment, determining the best moment to initiate a chase based on the movement and reactions of their target. This keen gaze serves as both a tool for hunting and a deterrent against threats, as direct eye contact can signal dominance or aggression to rivals and competitors. For instance, in the wild, a predator's unwavering stare can intimidate other animals, safeguarding their territory and asserting their place in the ecosystem. Furthermore, the context of the gaze in wild cats can vary greatly based on the social dynamics of the species. For example, lions often engage in a communal hunting strategy, where a shared stare can facilitate coordination among pride members, each participant reading body language and making split-second decisions based on their companion's focused attention. In contrast, solitary hunters like the jaguar rely heavily on stealth and patience, using their intense gaze to track movements through underbrush, waiting for the optimal moment to strike. Thus, the act of staring in the wild transcends mere observation. It is a vital component of their hunting strategy, social interactions, and survival, which echoes into the behavior of our domestic cats, who may have exchanged the hunt for play, but still retain those primal instincts that drive their interactions with their environment and us. 5. Cats with strangers. When it comes to encounters with strangers, a cat's behavior, especially their gaze, speaks volumes about their cautious yet inquisitive nature. Unlike dogs, which tend to greet newcomers with enthusiasm, cats often approach new faces with a blend of curiosity and wariness, manifesting in instinctive behaviors that are deeply rooted in their history as both predators and prey. Upon spotting a stranger, a cat may first assess the situation from a safe distance, using their intense stare to gauge the newcomer's movements, posture, and even energy. This unblinking gaze serves a dual purpose. It's a way of collecting information while simultaneously asserting their presence. Some cats may fixate on the stranger with wide-eyed fascination, demonstrating their natural curiosity. However, if their body language indicates discomfort, ears flattened, pupils dilating, or a crouched position, their gaze transforms into a wary watch, signaling that they are unsure of the stranger's intentions. In many cases, a cat may engage in slow blinking at the newcomer, which is a sign of trust they generally give only to those they feel safe with. This behavior highlights the complex communication skills cats possess, suggesting that they are not merely passive observers, but actively assessing whether the stranger poses a threat or could be a potential friend. If the cat feels threatened, they may look away, a signal of submission or a nuanced way to diffuse tension in the encounter. Ultimately, the interaction between cats and strangers is a delicate dance of observation, instinct, and slowly built trust, reminding us of the careful balance our feline companions maintain in navigating the complex social world around them. Through understanding these nuances in behavior, we can better foster a welcoming environment for both our cats and the guests they encounter, ensuring that their comfort remains a priority. 6. When to worry. While a cat's gaze often communicates curiosity, affection, or alertness, there are critical moments when their staring behavior can be a cause for concern, signaling underlying health issues or emotional distress. A sudden change in a cat's usual pattern of eye contact can indicate a myriad of problems. For instance, if a typically sociable cat suddenly begins to stare blankly at walls or corners rather than engaging with its environment, It may be exhibiting signs of stress, anxiety, or even cognitive dysfunction, especially in senior cats. Likewise, if a cat's gaze becomes intense and fixated on one point, paired with signs of distress such as meowing, panting, or pacing, it could be an indication of pain or discomfort, potentially stemming from an injury or an underlying medical condition. Additionally, excessive staring can manifest in behaviors linked to feline behavioral disorders, where the cat appears lost or disoriented. Cat owners must monitor their pet's overall demeanor in conjunction with their eye behavior. If a cat exhibits signs of lethargy, eats less, or withdraws from normal activities alongside altered gazing habits, these could be signals that a veterinary consultation is warranted. Observing not just the gaze, but the accompanying body language and vocalizations provides a more comprehensive picture of a cat's well-being. Thus, while their intense stare can often seem innocuous or endearing, changes in this behavior warrant careful observation, as they may be revealing deeper emotional or physical struggles that need to be addressed for the overall health and happiness of our feline companions. 7. How can we respond? Understanding a cat's gaze and the myriad messages it conveys allows us to respond in ways that strengthen our bond and promote their well-being. When a cat engages us with direct eye contact, particularly if punctuated by slow blinking, we can reciprocate this gesture as a form of trust building. Slow blinking back can communicate to our feline friend that we feel safe and secure in their presence, creating an environment of mutual comfort. If a cat's intense stare reveals signs of tension or anxiety, such as ears flat against the head or a stiff body posture, gentle calming techniques can be employed to ease their discomfort. Quieting the environment, speaking softly, or providing a cozy retreat can help them feel more secure. It's important to be attuned to their preferences. Some cats may respond well to gentle petting or brushing, while others might prefer simply being nearby without direct contact. Engaging with interactive toys can also offer a productive outlet for their predatory instincts, redirecting their focus from potential stressors to fun, enriching play. Furthermore, creating a safe space, such as a high perch or a designated quiet area, allows cats to retreat when they feel overwhelmed, promoting their independence and self-calming. Additionally, socialization with unfamiliar people should be gradual. Allowing the cat to approach at their own pace can foster trust, enabling them to build new relationships on their terms. By being observant and responsive to a cat's gaze and body language, we can cultivate a supportive and empathetic environment that addresses their needs, ultimately enriching their lives and enhancing our companionship. 8. Cultural perspectives on cat gazing. Cultural perspectives on cat gazing reveal a fascinating tapestry of beliefs and interpretations that vary dramatically across different societies. In many cultures, cats are seen as mystical creatures endowed with profound abilities, influencing how their gaze is perceived. For instance, in ancient Egypt, cats were revered and often depicted in art as symbols of grace and protection. Their intense, watchful eyes were thought to possess healing powers and an ability to ward off evil spirits. This reverence is echoed in various parts of the world where cats are considered omens or guardians, with their gaze being interpreted as a link between the earthly and the divine. In contrast, some cultures view a cat's unblinking stare as a sign of malice or witchcraft, believing that a cat's fixation on a person could indicate bad fortune or even an intention to curse. In Japan, the famous Maneki-neko, or beckoning cat, embodies good luck and fortune, showcasing the different ways cats are revered and their stares interpreted as alluring invitations for prosperity. Moreover, in contemporary Western cultures, the gaze of a cat may be described as enigmatic and aloof, emphasizing a certain mystique surrounding their nature, which contrasts with the affectionate interpretations found in other societies. This divergence in cultural meanings illustrates how deeply ingrained the relationship between humans and cats is, with their gaze serving as a powerful symbol that transcends mere visual communication to encapsulate a wide variety of emotions, beliefs, and social narratives. Understanding these cultural dynamics enriches our interactions with cats, allowing us to appreciate their presence not only as pets, but as enigmatic beings intertwined with our historical and cultural fabric. 9. The science behind cat gazing. Delving into the science behind cat gazing offers fascinating insights into the biological and neurological underpinnings that inform this behavior. Research suggests that feline eye contact is intricately linked to their evolutionary history. As solitary hunters, cats have developed sharp, focused gazes that aid in stalking and observing prey. The unique structure of their eyes, with a higher proportion of rod cells than cone cells, enables cats to see well in low light, allowing them to fixate on small movements even in dim conditions. Furthermore, studies indicate that gazing behaviors are influenced by a cat's cognitive processes. Their brains are wired to assess social cues and environmental changes rapidly. Neurologically, the act of maintaining eye contact triggers the release of oxytocin, often termed the love hormone, which strengthens the bond between the cat and its human caregiver. This hormonal response underscores why a cat's gaze can evoke feelings of affection and companionship, further highlighting the complex interplay of instinct, biology, and emotion in feline communication. By understanding these scientific principles, cat owners can gain valuable insights into their pets' behavioral patterns, enriching the human-feline bond and enhancing the way we interact with our beloved companions. 10. Gazing as a form of communication. Gazing is not merely a passive activity for cats. It is a dynamic and multifaceted form of communication that conveys a wide range of messages and intentions. When a cat stares at its owner, it can signify everything from affection to a desire for attention, establishing a dialogue without the need for vocalization. Cats often employ varying degrees of intensity in their gaze, which correlates to their emotional state. An intense, direct stare can indicate curiosity or assertiveness, while a soft, relaxed gaze may suggest contentment and trust. Additionally, they use eye movement strategically. A cat that blinks slowly while looking at you is expressing comfort, while a dilated pupil might indicate excitement or fear. Understanding these nuances allows cat guardians to respond appropriately, ensuring that their pet feels safe and valued within their environment. Moreover, gazing serves as a tool for socialization among cats themselves. Mothers often gaze at their kittens to teach them about their surroundings, while adult cats will engage in mutual staring as a way to establish hierarchy or friendship. Recognizing this broad spectrum of communication enriches our interactions with cats, prompting a more engaged, responsive relationship. By appreciating gazing as a fundamental aspect of feline communication, we foster a deeper understanding of their needs and feelings, enhancing our capacity to respond effectively and nurture a supportive, harmonious home for our feline friends. And whether they're just being cute or reminding you that it's time to refill their food bowl, cherish those moments. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more cat content. Remember, keep your eyes open for those gazing felines. And until next time, give your kitty some extra love. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.